Hi, Dr. Joe. My name is Maddox and I'm a student in your Marine Science 210 course, spring 2025, and I want to tell you about my perspective on Chasing Coral. So Chasing Coral is a visually stunning and emotionally powerful documentary. The film follows a group of divers, scientists, and photographers who set on a mission to document the mass disappearance of coral reefs across the globe, and their journey started with a former advertising executive when he turned to an ocean advocate and noticed a disturbing trend. Together, the team of experts created a custom underwater time-lapse camera in hopes of capturing coral bleaching events in real time, and then they traveled to key reef sites like the Great Barrier Reef, Hawaii, and the Bahamas along the way, and they faced technical failures, different unpredictable ocean conditions, and emotional setbacks as they studied the reefs. What made the documentary so impactful is not just the science but the emotion, and seeing the coral ecosystem turned into ghostly white skeletons is devastating, and hearing scientists and photographers get choked up about losing these reefs really drives home the urgency of the situation. I think that the film overall did a great job explaining how the coral bleaching is caused by ocean warming, which is directly linked to climate change and our carbon emissions. And then it ends with a powerful call to action, just urging viewers to recognize the direct link between human activity and the health of our oceans. So 4 class concepts that related to the film would be coral bleaching and just the ocean temperature rise. So one of the main scientific takeaways from the video was that in class we learned that this happens when ocean temperatures rise and corals become stressed, and as a defense mechanism they expel the algae. So then the algae is what gives the coral their color, and then without them the coral turns white and essentially begins to starve. And then in the documentary, the time-lapse footage of bleaching is just heartbreaking because in a matter of weeks the vibrant reefs turned bone white. Also, another topic, like it was in class, was the coral reefs and the biodiversity. Just another concept that we studied is the biodiversity supported by the coral reefs, and the video emphasized that reefs color less than 1% of the ocean floor but support more than 25% of all marine species, which included like the fish, the sea turtles, and countless others. And the film shows how when coral dies, the fish disappears too, and this affects not only just the ecosystem but also people who rely on fishing and tourism, as well as another topic which was human impact and climate change. And throughout the documentary made it very clear that coral bleaching is not just a random natural occurrence, and it's related to what we learned in class about human activities, especially during the burning of fossil fuels. And now we talked about how the carbon dioxide from cars, factories, deforestation traps heat in the atmosphere, and the ocean absorbs the excess heat. And then the video reinforced the idea by connecting individual choices like energy consumption and carbon output. And then finally, scientific technology and just public awareness is another thing, which was one of the most inspiring aspects of the documentary in my opinion, how it uses technology and visual storytelling to educate the public. The team in the film used custom design underwater time-lapse video, which capture changes that would otherwise be invisible to the human eye. And in our course we discussed how difficult it can be to communicate scientific data in a way that's compelling and clear to the everyday people. So just the video showed that the science is paired with creativity like photography, video, and storytelling, and it can reach more people and make such a bigger impact than what was perceived. I just think overall within the documentary of Chasing Coral, I give it a big thumbs up. Not only is it visually stunning and extremely informative, I think it was well produced, but it also does an incredible job of connecting science to emotion. It better helped me understand that what we've been learning in class and just reminded me how urgent the climate crisis really is. And I think overall at the end, and how I felt at the end of the video, would just be that it left me feeling heartbroken and also, I would say, motivated. I would say heartbroken about what's already been lost within the ocean and the ecosystem, within the corals, within everything we learned, but also I would be motivated to be part of the solution and to just advocate for making a change, speaking about it more, addressing the issue and letting more people know. And I think that not only should us marine science students learn it, just from like being in the class and watching it, but I think that honestly everyone should be exposed to it just to learn what's actually going on behind the scenes and what's happening within our oceans today, because it's heartbreaking and it needs to change. And honestly, I just think every single human should watch it and get to know what's actually going on, because it's a serious issue and it's not only affecting the ecosystem, but eventually does affect us humans as well, even though we're on land. But overall, I really enjoyed the documentary, and I think more people should be exposed to it, and it was very informative and really well produced.